What up, though? Welcome back to Chasing Your Face on the Sweet Talkers Network. I'm your host, ChaseKassidy, and nah, I ain't got no pants on. I ain't got no pants on. I ain't got no pants on.
Ooh, my coffee enema is kicking in. Ooh, honey.
I ain't got no pants on. Hey, yeah, I don't know why I do this to y'all. And you know what? I don't know why y'all keep coming back. You know, and for those of y'all who this is your first time here, thank you. Nice to see you, baby. Listen, do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe to this channel.
Do it.
Please and thank you. Also, if you want to tip your guy, if you want to tip your queen, I am your queen. What you can do is just go right down there in the YouTube thanks, or you can hit me up on Cash App and or Venmo and tip me that way. If you like what I'm doing around here, if you want to support the channel, you want to support me, by all means, please get me and tip your boy. All right, so let's get right to it. I'm here to give y'all advice y'all didn't ask for, okay? These are just going to be some of my observations that I've had. Some of them may be comical, some of them may be a little more serious and heavy, but we just going to get right into it because I got a couple things I want to tell y'all. And I want to hear from you down in the comments as we talking. Chop it up with me. Let me know what y'all think about this. Because I got some hot takes in here, probably, I think, and I also just got some dumb stuff in here because it's me. But yeah, let's do this. Let's go. I've always known this, always, because it makes sense for it to be a fact, right? But I have seen more and more as I've gotten older how sexuality is a spectrum. It doesn't make sense for it not to be. Even my gay ass, bro. Like, I'm mega gay, super gay, extra gay. Like when I was being created, like they was dumping a little bit of sugar in there, and then the homeboy came by. I was like, bow, knocked the whole bag in. Like, I'm like gay like that. You know what I mean? Even though it may not come across, because I'm masculine. Nobody asked for this. No, but like, even me, like I have zero, really no interest in women sexually, but I am still able to appreciate and see the beauty and be like, yo, I get why. You know what I mean? I understand, even though it doesn't activate anything for me, I can still see that. And I can see myself taking joy and, kissing a woman, probably. But even that within itself is me on that spectrum. You know what I mean? So let's make it even more I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Any heterosexual person who's ever said that they have never thought about being intimate with the same sex or dating the same sex or even just going on a date or like just entertaining the thought, so I've never thought about that. You are lying and no one believes you. We don't believe you, sister. We don't believe you. Stop lying. In the devil's 2025, because it damn sure ain't God's. What? In the devil's 2025, it is okay for you, heterosexual black man, to say, yeah, I thought about it before. I thought about kissing a nigga, or I thought about, going on a date, or like I thought about a nigga. Like all of, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to say that and be like, the same way that I have thought about making a sex with a lady, on several occasions through my life, just the thought, even if it's just like a passing thought, or like, could I actually, it's a thought that was had. So the next time I ask one of y'all, yo, hey bruh, you ever thought about, and you be like, nah, I'm just start calling y'all liars to your faces. I'm tired. We tired because the fact of the matter is the Grizz ain't gonna do nothing but get up behind your back later and be like, why they be lying? And the thing is, like, it's not like we gonna think you gay. Nobody's gonna think you're gay, bro. Like, or even cis. Like, cause it be the women too. You know what I mean? It's not just the guys. So like, y'all need to just like stop and just recognize that anybody who says they've never thought about having a same-sex experience is lying. Yeah, even gay people like me. Like I said, I'm a gay boy. And I have thought about, hey man, like, yeah, you know what? Prime example. I was watching Black Mirror Striking Vipers episode again for like the 5th, 6th. I'm obsessed with that shit, by the way. I'm obsessed with Striking Vipers. Shouts out to Anthony Mackie and Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. But I'm really here to talk about Nikki Bahari. See, that lady, she played Anthony Mackie's wife in it. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She is just beautiful. And I was watching it the last time and I was like, if I was a straight boy, yeah. So that's another thing. Y'all not gonna tell me, y'all fellas, straight men, y'all not gonna tell me that y'all cannot see attraction in other men. You're not gonna tell me that you cannot see that another man is physically attractive. You are lying, you're lying, you're lying. Y'all need to stop that shit. And like, that's what I'm saying. We gotta start calling them out. Listen, all my straight homies, and I have straight friends. Oh, I'm calling y'all out. That's it, it's out. I'm putting out the alarm. That's, you know what? We're going to add that to the gay agenda. We're going to add it to the gay agenda. And I'm going to send out the text in the group chat for the gay agenda. And we're going to put it, it's going to be number 1 on the agenda. Getting y'all to fucking admit that you've thought about having a same-sex experience before. Let me stop harping on this. But sexuality is spectrum. It's a spectrum, it's a spectrum, it's a spectrum. And you thought about it. Goddamn liar. This is not a hot take. This is not something that someone has not said before. This is not something that you can just type into the search bar on YouTube and find 1,000 other videos on, but I'm going to stand in solidarity with everyone who's ever posted any type of anything about dating as a Black, queer person over 40. It is weird out here. If you got somebody that you love and y'all rocking with each other, hold them close, mamita, because it ain't nothing out here but turds and pee-pee.
Drown in it! Drown in it!
Okay, that's... ain't nothing out here, okay? It's wild, bro. It's wild. You have to be extremely resilient. I'm a lover boy, I guess. I would love to be in love, and I would love to share my love. I have a lot of love to give, and I would love to share that with someone and like adorn him with that and have that in return. So for me, trying to connect with my person, trying to find my right person, yes, I'm looking, and I don't think there's anything wrong with actively looking. That doesn't mean that you don't care about or love yourself. That just means you want to share. That's a whole nother episode though. We'll talk about that another day. I got to be resilient as I'm looking out here because it's tiring. It's the starting up of the process of like, okay, meet you, compliment. This is what I like to eat, what I like to do. This is what your birthday is. This is your sign, this, that, the third. And then y'all know. And you would think as you get older, it would get easier. Things would become a little bit more clear. And you would think that the fellows would be ready to like settle down and be like, you know what? Yeah, man, like I'm 40, whatever. Let me just go ahead. Nah, man. I don't know, man. It'd be like the Arrested Development for me. Like, niggas don't be ready. They don't know what they want, or like they get what they want and are like terrified. I'm not gonna harp on it, but I'm just gonna say it's it's wild out here, man. It is really wild. I'm not gonna stay on this long because y'all already know what's up. Oh, and before I go, I just want to say, step your pussy up. Like, step your dick up, dog. Torso pictures only on dating sites. Grow up. Man, grow up, man. Grow up. I'm gonna make this one super quick. I'm gonna just touch down and I'm gonna drop this goose egg right here. Oh man, memory unlocked. Y'all don't know why that is so funny to me. That is, that's a TS Madison reference for anybody who doesn't know. It is like a deep cut I actually hope I can find footage of that, because if I can, I'm gonna put that thing in right here.
So the man came, he saw me, right? You know, he came, he paid me my money. He asked me, you know, how much I was gonna charge him. I said it was gonna be $350. You know, that's when I was charging $350. You know.
$50 for what?
I charged him for these services. These services that we want to be rendered between these legs with $350. So the man came through there, he paid me the $350, whatever, and he got down on the bed. So mama, I began my magic. You know, he had done gave me a little fellatio and had done got me. I went from this to this, you know, and when I went from that to that, he was like, oh my God, mommy, oh mommy, muy grande. And I was like, yes, baby, yes. So the man got down on all fours. I had done laid down.
You feel ashamed telling me?
No, I ain't ashamed to tell you that. Now listen, let me tell y'all the story, because Miss Mary being real rude and nasty and big. So anyway, the man got down on all fours. I had done laid down by 4-5 towels. I laid about 4-5 towels down on the bed, because the Spirit of the Lord had told me, it said, Madison, be prepared. The Bible always says, be ye ready, okay? And at this time, I was ready. I laid down 4 towels. Child, I had done got behind that man, and I started working that man. I was tearing that man up from the back. Ooh, oh, ooh, ooh. He said, hey, my God, mommy. Hey, my God. Hey, my God. My God. Hey, my God, mommy. Hey, mommy. Hey, mommy. Hey. He just kept saying, hey, mommy. Hey, mommy. And I had done pulled my meat out of the back of him. You know what I'm saying? And when I pulled the meat out the back of the man, girl, do you understand, Miss Mary? That man had laid a whole egg on my bed.
Oh, my. I don't want to hear this story.
Miss Mary, he had done laid
I don't want to hear that about no doodle.
He had laid a whole egg down there on the bed. And Miss Mary, do you understand? This man had the audacity to turn around. Listen now. Had the audacity to turn around, look down at it, and ask me, Mommy, did you do that? Miss Mary, when I tell you I bust out into a ridiculous...
You did.
I bust out into a sickening cackle, and I said, sir, do you not see that you getting hit from the back? You let that goose egg, you put that goose egg there on the bed like that. How the hell I shitted on the bed? I was hitting you from the back. Miss Mary, do you understand that this man kept tooting his booty up like I was going to continue to hit him from the back? Don't do that.
Why would you talk about doodle when we finna go eat? I have a weak stomach.
Miss Mary, you also have a weak leg, but that don't stop you from walking. And your weak stomach ain't gonna stop you from eating. Trust me, okay?
Whew. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this goose egg right here, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk out the room. Okay, this is a gem. It's something that I have learned over the years as a 40-year-old nigga out here in these streets who's been dating and all that stuff for a good long time. If all of your exes are your enemy, and if all your exes are the problem, that's the goose egg. Also, adjacent to like dating and stuff, the gay community is a small percentage of the planet's population. And as you break that down into like, you know, locations and regions and states, like it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. There is going to be overlap in the gay community when you are dating. When you are out here in these homosexual streets trying to find a new dong to jump on, it is going to be some overlap, by G. Like, you're gonna find people who maybe my friend, my homie went on a date or two with them. Maybe my homie might have hooked up with them, or like vice versa. And I honestly feel like that is to be expected. And I feel like it's just a certain level of maturity and a certain level of self-assuredness has to be in place, because yo, man, if I'm keeping it a buck with you, my really good friend, you know, we've both been out here like single for a few years, off and on. Unfortunately, we both would love to be like in love and all that stuff, but it's so, the dating pool is so small that anytime we might start like, you know, talking to someone and getting interested, like we do check-ins and be like, okay, who you been talking? Like, do you know him? Do you know, like, because you gotta check, you gotta make sure. And there's been some overlap. There's been overlap. And, you know, in one particular instance, it's like, ooh, that sort of overlap is like, we ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? Because there are certain parameters and rules. It's like, yo, man, like you was actually in a relationship with that boy. Like y'all dated for like, 6 months. Like y'all, it was like something like serious, right? As opposed to like, oh yeah, I know him.
I dated him too.
I know him. Like that means like, we might have went on a date like once. So we might have like, no, that's different. Because there are differences. Saying, oh yeah, we went on a date or like we talked or whatever. That's different from being like, yeah, I used to like, beat them cheeks in on like a regular basis, fam. Like that's a friend with benefits. That's different. But like if it's like, yo, we went on a date, or even if it's like, yo, like, yeah, we, hooked up once, and it was like, okay, but it was nothing like, okay. I feel like we gotta be like ready for and understand that every situation doesn't call for necessarily, you talk to my homeboy, so listen, man. I mean, just this might be another thing too, man. Like another little point, kind of adjacent. I've learned and I've realized if somebody is a cheater, they're a cheater. If somebody's going to cheat, they're going to cheat. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter, what you're gonna look into. It doesn't matter, my G. It don't matter. So I absolutely could be, in a committed, loving relationship with someone who may have gone on a date with my friend and it didn't work out, or may have they might have maybe even send a couple news in the IG DMs or something like that. I don't care. Does that make me weird? Because it's like one of those things where like it doesn't mean anything. So for me to know that my nigga finds my friend attractive, like physically and vice versa, I don't like, because if that's the type of dude you are, you gonna do that. If that's the type of, it's gonna be what it is, and I'm gonna need to know that regardless. Maybe I'm a little bit too liberal in my views with that sort of thing, and if I am, y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all feel. But I also just feel like there's like a level of like, if I'm gonna choose to be with you, that's me choosing to trust you, my boy. I'm gonna choose to trust that you're not gonna do something like that. And if I see evidence of, or if I see that it is actually, then we cross that bridge when we get to it. But I don't have any control of whether or not you do that. Like, doesn't matter what I do. If that's in you to do, then that's gonna be in you to do. Period. And I guess this is kind of turning into like more of like a relationship kind of focused like episode. That wasn't really the intention. But friendships are relationships too. Platonic relationships exist, and I've realized that, as you get older, what sustains your friendships shifts and it changes. It's not, we in the club every weekend together. We always going out, and we always, and that's my homegirl because I tell them everything, and like that sort of stuff. Like, once you begin to, grow and change, and your life begins to look different. I have friends who, we would see each other every day, and we would talk to each other every day 10 years ago. But now, niggas might be married. They might have children now. So it may be a little bit more of keeping up with each other through, sending each other IG messages or like memes and like funny stuff, or just like randomly sending text messages saying, I'm checking up on you, I love you, like that sort of thing. That might be what sustains your relationship for a while. And it doesn't mean that there's a problem. It doesn't mean that like, oh, we got beef. None of that is the case. It just means that we are no longer 20. Our responsibilities are a little bit heavier at this age. And also look at where we're living right now. Look at the state of the world. Like, we're all tired, we're all exhausted, and yes, sometimes that connection is recharging, but also sometimes that connection could be draining. So you may not always want to or be able to connect even like physically with people that you do love. I'm not going to hammer on this point, but if y'all can see what I'm talking about and you can kind of agree or disagree, and you think that as you get older, you still need to keep those particular like pillar points in place to keep your friendship feeling like a friendship, let me know. Like whatever y'all feel, get in the comments and talk to me about this. Real quick, Juicy Juice is not just for kids. Huh? You heard what I said. Juicy Juice is not just for children. Juicy Juice is delicious. And when it's chilled, it's crisp. And it's just so satisfying. I don't want to hear anyone. I don't want to see anyone looking at me funny when you run into me inside the grocery store and you see in my cart and/or basket and/or hands 2 fruit punch Juicy Juices as a 40-year-old man with no children. You damn right. Juicy Juice is not just for children. I want to say shouts out to them for making such a delicious and satisfying and crisp beverage. Juicy Juice sponsored this episode of Chasing Your Face. I'm playing with y'all, but I'm not though. Like Juicy Juice really is delicious. But no. Before I go, I just want to say real quick to y'all, man, like one last thing I noticed, I guess, is in closing, and it's also part of my observations that I've had. Nothing lasts forever, man. Nothing lasts forever. Do your best to endure. Reach out for support. Get the help you need. Do what you got to do to take care of you and be healthy. But nothing lasts forever, man. That bad day is just a bad day. That bad week is just a week. Bad month is a month. So is a year. Because sometimes, the stretch is long. But nothing, for example, last week, there was a string of days that I was not doing well mentally. And it was a Tuesday. And I was just like, you know what? I have just exhausted every option. I've tried my best to these past few days to lift up and just be like, I am exhausted physically, emotionally, mentally. And I literally just got in my bed in the middle of the afternoon and I laid down. And I said, thankfully I get to work from home. I said, I will be working from here. I'm not moving from this space for the rest of the day, the night. Fast forward to the next morning. Woke up feeling refreshed, energized, and was able to not only, take care of work for the day, but also I was able to film content and get some stuff edited, get it posted. It was such a productive day. And I realized at the end of that day, I stopped in my tracks and I was like, damn, bro, I'm proud of you, man. 24 hours ago, you were laid across your bed, barely able to even want to move or have the energy to physically move, because that sort of mindset is physically draining and it does do things to your body. Especially for someone like me, I feel those symptoms very physically, but I digress. I say all that to say that one day it was this for me, and the very next day was almost a 180, so nothing is gonna last forever. You really can do anything, bro. Sis, you can do whatever you want to do, okay? You can endure anything. You can get through anything. Now, I done said before, time don't heal all wounds, so don't be expecting time that you still got to do your work, fam. You know what I mean? Do your work, but it won't be forever. You got it. All right? Yo, like, share, subscribe if you like what I did here today. Also, make sure you tell a friend, foe, and hoe about this channel. Huh? We are the Sweet Talkers. We are very black and very gay around here. But even if you're not very black and very gay, you can come and stay as long as you know how to act. You better know how to act. Yo, if you want to tip your boy, you can do so in the YouTube thanks right down there, or you can hit Cash App or Venmo. Show me some love that way if you would like to. Yo, love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. And if you've made this far in the video, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Make somebody smile today. And remember, be nice, asshole.